Hey, third grade mathematicians, we are starting topic 16. Lesson 16-1, as you can see here on this slide, is all about understanding perimeter. So in this particular lesson, we'll learn how to find the perimeter of different polygons. Remember that polygons are closed shapes with straight sides. Quadrilaterals were just one type of polygon. Remember, those are the ones with 4 sides, but polygons can have many different sides. We'll see. So there are a couple examples here of some problems we'll be solving together. Now, it's important for you to know the definition of perimeter. So I've typed it out here on this slide. The perimeter is the distance around a figure. You might recall a couple of months ago, we found the area of some figures. So we counted the square units that filled up this space all the way in the middle here. So the area, for example, of this green shape, we would actually count the unit squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 6 here would be 11 unit squares. And since there is a scale here, each square is 1 inch, then we would know that it would be 11 square inches. But we're not figuring out area this time. Now we're finding the distance around a figure, all the way around. Okay. All right, let's watch the visual learning video for 16-1.
The distance around a figure is the perimeter. How do you find perimeter?
Let's find out.
Gus wants to put up a fence to make a dog park. He made 2 different designs. What is the perimeter of each dog park design? Which design should Gus use?
So one thing to notice is the caption right here under the little dog. It says the perimeter of the dog park needs to be at least 30 feet.
The perimeter of the dog park needs to be at least 30 feet. Look at the drawings of the dog parks. How are the drawings different from each other? The first drawing is on a grid that has a scale. The lengths are not labeled. The second drawing has lengths labeled. Why is there a scale, and what does it mean?
So take a close look. There's this symbol, and there's an equal sign, and that says 1 foot.
The scale is there to help you understand how to use the grid. It shows that 1 unit segment equals 1 foot.
Okay, so remember that perimeter is the distance around a figure, all the way around. So there's steps here. It says begin with the drawing. You know each unit segment equals 1 foot. From here to here, 1 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet. Okay. Oh, I see. They're actually starting with counting the unit segments along the top. So the first step, if I can drag this slowly to, there we go. There are 5 unit segments along the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you count the 2 unit segments right here on this side. And then you're just going around. The next side has 7 unit segments. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then there are 3 unit segments on the next side. all the way across the bottom. We count 12 unit segments. And finally, the last side here has 5 unit segments. And they did the math for us, but adding all of these sides together equals 34 unit segments.
You can find the perimeter by counting unit segments. The perimeter is 34 feet. 34 is greater than 30. Gus could use this design. In the second drawing, add the lengths of the sides to find the perimeter. 3 plus 9 plus 7 plus 3 plus 6 equals 28. The perimeter is 28 feet. 28 is less than 30. Gus could not use this design. Why could Gus not use this design?
Pausing here so that you can think about this question yourself. Why is this design down here, which is only 28 feet in perimeter, why is this not an option for Gus?
"28 feet is less than 30 feet, and Gus needs at least 30 feet of fence for the perimeter of the dog park." Now you know how to find the perimeter of a figure.
All right, if you're following along in your workbook, turn to page 849. We're going to do guided practice number 1. It says, what is the perimeter of the garden shown in the diagram below? Of course, remember that the perimeter is the distance around the figure. So first let's count how many sides does this polygon have? We can start along the top. 1, 2, 3, don't forget this little bit, 4, 5, 6. All right, so there's 6 sides, and we need to count each segment on all 6 sides. So first that top side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 feet across the top. I'm going to use this workspace over here. So drawing a 6 plus. Now let's count how many unit segments along this right side. 1, 2, 3. So we'll add 3. Now count the side on the bottom. 1, 2, 3 also. And now this side right here that goes up from the bottom. So that's 1 unit. And then we've got this 5th side here. 1, 2, 3. So we'll just continue our equation down here. Plus 1, 2, right? 2. So there's 6 sides. Let's make sure that we have 6 numbers that we're adding together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Now, you can pause the video if you'd like to and add up all those add-ins and find the sum. The sum we'll put in this big old circle here. It's not a 0. Actually, let me erase that. That's confusing. We'll just put it on this line. So, add those numbers up. All right. Do you remember your strategy from, what was this, 2nd grade maybe? You can make tens first. So I know that 6 and 3 equals 9. So we can add in this 1. That makes 10. Right? Then we have 3 plus 3 equals 6, plus 2 equals 8. And then we can add all that together. The 10 plus 8 equals 18. All right, so our final answer here, what is the perimeter of the garden shown in the diagram below? It would be 18. And since the scale is showing it, each one of these unit segments is 1 foot, 18 feet. All right, it's hard to draw like this. 18 feet. Okay. Oh, I kind of answered the second problem there. It says in exercise 1, that's this problem number 1, how do you know what unit to use for the perimeter? All right, well, there it is right there. It shows the scale, right? It shows that 1 unit, this much, equals 1 foot. So that's actually the answer to number 2. The scale shows that 1 unit equals 1 foot. Okay, now we're going to take a look at guided practice problems numbers 3 and 4. I've got pictures of them right here, but you should also be working in your workbook. So first we're going to take a look at number 3. So what do? Count the number of units along the top side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And write down number 5. So 5 units. In this case, each unit is 1 inch. So there's 5 inches across the top, 1 inch along this side. And then we'll add another 1 inch right here. So here, I'll mark on here. 1. Can even draw in the numbers. 5. And then this side is 1. This side right here is also 1. And then, so that's this one right here. And then there's another side that is 2 inches long. See this part right here? It's 2 inches. I'll write it in here. And then along the bottom, 1, 2, 3. 3 inches. Right, all across here, that's 3. And then we've got 1, 2. Oops. Okay. It's hard to write with this. And then we've got another one right here. Oh my. And finally, this one side. Plus 1. All right. Equals. So let's make sure we've got all the sides. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we have them all there. So add those up. Did you get 16? Okay, so 16 is the sum of all those add-ins. And since, as you can see here, the scale is 1 unit equals 1 inch, then we are going to write our final answer. Perimeter is 16 inches. So go ahead and write that in your workbook too. Yeah. I'm going to have to improve my penmanship here. Anyway, I'm writing with the touchpad on my laptop. It's hard. Okay. 16 inches. Yeah, notice it does not say square inches. That would be if we were finding the area and we were counting the number of unit squares that covers the shape. But this is perimeter, distance around the shape. So we're just measuring the length of the sides. Okay, so 16 inches, not square inches. 16 inches is the perimeter of this shape. So just like in the visual learning video, there's a difference in the way the polygons are shown. The one below does not fit onto grid paper. You can see here the concave angle. So they do give us the measurements though. So now we have to add them all up. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers to add up. Okay, so you can add them up however you want to. Sometimes people like to start with the largest number. I'll go ahead and write the 16 right here. And then maybe you wanted to add 7 and 9 in your head. That's 16. So I'll write down another 16 right here. So far we've taken care of this side, and this side. Okay, we have 8 plus 8 is also 16. My goodness. All right, so maybe we can stack them up and do column addition this time. 16 plus 16 plus 16. All right, well, what do you think? 6 plus 6 plus 6. Maybe you can think about skip counting. 6, 12, 18. So 18, that's 8 ones and 1 10. Now add the tens. We have that 1 10 that we regrouped from 18, so 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, so the perimeter of this polygon down below for number 4 is 48 feet. Be sure to write the unit label. You can spell it out, feet, F-E-E-T, or you can just write the abbreviation as they did, F-T. Either way, I'm practicing my penmanship. There we go. All right, so that's the guided practice problems. And since I pretty much did those guided practice problems myself without your help, since we don't have the ability to, go back and forth and call on people like we do in the classroom, I do really want to make sure that you're able to do these types of problems independently. So whether you choose to work in the workbook today or on Pearson, I need to be able to see evidence of your continued learning and practicing these new skills. So in the workbook, you'll do the rest of page 849 and 850. When you're finished, have a parent take a picture of both pages and they can attach them to an email message to me and send it that way. Or you can have them open up a new message in Schoology and attach it that way. Either way is fine with me. I just need to be able to see the workbook pages, and sometimes it's kind of hard to do that when you're holding it up to the camera at the math check-in session. And also, since you're only required to come to 1 out of the 3 that I'm offering during the week, that would only allow me to be able to see your work on one of the days, but I've got to see your daily work. So have your parent email me the photo of your workbook pages after you finish. If you'd rather work on Pearson, realize on the computer, you're going to need to do the practice buddy for 16-1. So the practice buddy with all of the different parts, you can click on the upper right-hand corner for the question help, and you get to check your answer along the way. So now I'm making what optional is the quick check. You can't choose between the quick check or the practice buddy anymore. You need to do the practice buddy. And what's optional is you can do the another look video, watch the another look video, and do the quick check, or one or the other, after the practice buddy is all done. Then do the quick check. So I hope that makes sense. And if you have a question, send me a message on Schoology. Alrighty, thank you, and I hope to see you at the 2 o'clock math check-in today, or Wednesday, or Thursday. Bye.